to it. Hello. We got someone here. What do we got? Got two people here. We got Jasmine. We got Nikayla. Hello. How are y'all doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Good. Good. So we got Nikayla, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We got Jonathan here now. That's good. I'm going to send out a quick reminder and give everybody just a couple of minutes to get on. Let's see. And then we'll get started. Have y'all read the chapter?
Oh, yes.
Yes. How about you, Nikayla?
I did.
You did? What'd y'all think?
It's interesting. It's good.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was hoping y'all wouldn't find it dull, but it's hard to find that dull. So we'll give everybody probably 2 more minutes, and then we'll get started on the review. We finished. All right, we will go ahead and get started, and if people pop in and out, that's fine. So, can y'all read this, or is it backwards? Is it too small?
No, we can read it.
Okay, so let's talk about Rashad. Rashad is our main character at the moment. What are some things, and y'all don't have to read yourself, that we have learned about Rashad?
He's a junior.
He's a junior. Okay.
Hi.
What else do we know about Rashad?
His dad wants him to join the military.
His dad wants him to join the military. Absolutely. His dad is pro-military. Absolutely. Is that the only way to be successful?
No.
Okay. Do we know anything else?
He only
What if-
joined that ROTC thing because his dad wanted him to join it.
Only an ROTC for his dad. What ethnicity is Rashad?
African American.
African American. And I only say that because we know it comes in later in the chapter that that's important. Okay. So he's a junior. His dad is pro-military and made him join the ROTC. But he really doesn't want to be there. He thinks it's dumb. He hates Uniform Fridays, and he is African American. Excellent. That's really all we know. We know he has some friends. We know he uses some colorful language. But we haven't really learned a lot about him personally. Hello, Tania. How are you? Oh, I can't hear you. Well, we've already told a little bit of review. You can just hang out, and then if we can discuss at the end, we can take So Rashad's dad, what do we know about him?
I don't know.
Okay, so how does he
Everybody
act?
does things his way.
He likes to get things his way. Said he's had 2 careers. What were his 2 careers?
Police officer?
It said he had 2 careers. What are the 2 careers?
A police officer?
He was a police officer, so he's an ex-cop. And then what else? Why is he so pro-military?
Wasn't he in the military?
He was in the military, yeah, so he's ex-military. He was only in each for 4 years, though. So that's something to consider. So Rashad's daddy has to get things his way. He's an ex-cop, ex-military. What about his personality? Got anything? Michaela, do you have anything? Anybody?
Wait, who are we talking about again?
Rashad's dad. So they have that argument about ROTC. What kind of stuff do we learn during that argument about his dad?
He's very strict.
But does he care about Rashad?
Yeah.
Yes, right. He cares. Because if he did not care, if he doesn't care, he'd be like, do whatever you want. Go out, party with your friends, and go out and, go work at the UPS with Spoonie. He wouldn't care, right? But he wants Rashad to be successful. He wants Rashad to have a good life. He's provided a good life. He says, look around. I've worked really hard to give you this life. So we know he cares about Rashad. Okay? So the next character let's talk about is Spoonie. I don't know why his name's Spoonie. Let's talk about Spoonie. Who is Spoonie?
Rashad's brother.
Rashad's older brother. Rashad's older brother. And we didn't learn a lot about him, but what did we learn?
He works at UPS.
He works at UPS. And I Googled that last night. And they make a surprising amount of money. Those delivery truck drivers. I was surprised. I was like, huh. Good to know. So he works at UPS. Anything else?
Wasn't he in the army for a little bit?
I don't think so. No, it said that his dad tried to get him to join ROTC, but he just wouldn't. No, he has a girlfriend. We don't know anything about her yet. And he lives on his own. So he's mildly successful, right? He's able to provide for himself on his salary, so he's doing good, right? And the last person we're going to focus on today is English. We do learn about Rashad's mom. She contributes a little bit to the conversation, but she's not a big part of the story yet. So we're not going to focus on her now. But we are going to focus on English. Because there's all the guys, they're in the bathroom, and Rashad seems to focus a lot on English. So who is English?
The basketball player.
He is the basketball player. He is hot stuff, according to Rashad. All the girls love him. All the teachers love him. He's everybody's favorite guy. He has a name like English, so he said all the girls just like instantly fall over him. He's a basketball player. He's popular. He's that. Popular. And that's what we really know right now. Now, something I do want to cover, y'all may have noticed this. Some books that y'all have read in high school have been like The Great Gatsby. What other books have y'all read, like in school?
Um,
To Kill a Mockingbird.
A Mockingbird, okay. So those are classic books, right? They use language that would fit a classic, right?
mhm.
This story is more modern day. Okay? So you probably noticed there's a lot of cussing in the book. Yes. And that's not just, for giggles. He has a reason for it, right? And I wanted to talk about that. So they're in the bathroom scene, okay? And they're talking and they're cutting up and they're saying your mom jokes and your girlfriend jokes. And they're using some pretty foul language that probably wouldn't be acceptable around adults, right? But why? Why does the author, what is the purpose, the author's purpose behind including those words?
It makes it more relatable.
It makes
And
it
dramatic.
Yes. I was telling my face-to-face, I misspelled that, I don't know. This is my butcher of relatable, but yes, it is relatable. I was telling my face-to-face kids yesterday, I had like 5 boys in my face-to-face class, and I said, boys, if y'all were in the locker room and there were no teachers around, are y'all going to talk like Leave It to Beaver, or do y'all talk like these boys are talking? And they were like, yeah, we kind of talk like these boys are talking. It makes it more relatable and it makes it more believable, right?
Mhm.
That's how teenagers talk, especially high school boys, right? They're incredibly foul language. And we try to curb it because you want to be professional in school. But we're realistic. That's how they talk, right? So there's a reason he included it. He didn't include it just to be vulgar. He didn't include it just to be funny. He included it because that's how high school boys talk. He wanted it to be believable. So that's an intentional author's choice. And I wanted to kind of point that out just because I think this is the first book y'all have read in school that has a lot of language, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you move forward this year and as you get into your senior year, because I teach seniors as well, most of the books have some form of language or some mature themes, right? So this is kind of our first step into that kind of arena. Okay, so Jonathan, you just missed that. Real quick recap. We covered who Spoonie is. We covered English. Spoonie's Rashad's older brother. He works at UPS. He has a girlfriend and he lives on his own. And then English is the basketball player everybody loves. He's the hottest stuff, according to Rashad. All the girls love him. The teachers think he's great. So he's kind of the cool kid in school. And then we moved on to talking about the bathroom scene and how there's a lot of cussing in that
Yes,
scene. And
ma'am.
there's your mom jokes and a lot of your girlfriend jokes. And we talked about why the author made the intentional choice to include that in this chapter. And what we came up with, I know I spelled it really bad, but it makes it relatable, right? And it makes it believable. Because if we're being honest and we're not, living in a fairy tale world, that's how high school boys talk most of the time when you're with your friends without an adult around. So by doing that, he's made his characters more believable and made his characters more grounded. We know more about them. We know more about the culture there. We know more about kind of their day-to-day lives just based on the language they're using.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. So let's talk about the time at the convenience store. I'm just gonna put C-store because I cannot spell convenient off the top of my head. Okay, so he's at the convenience store. What happens at the convenience store? Anybody?
He puts down his bag to look for his phone because he left it in his ROTC uniform.
Yeah, he puts down his bag to look for a phone. To look for phone. And I swear, what happens next is like the most unlucky thing that could possibly happen. So he puts down his bag at the exact same time as what?
The lady trips over him.
Oh, the lady trips. Lady trips and she drops her. Does she drop the chips or does he drop the chips? Someone.
She like dropped her beer or something.
I think she dropped a bag of chips. Dropped a bag of chips, or someone dropped a bag of chips. And the chips happened to land directly in Rashad's bag,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then this situation goes from 0 to 100 real quick, right? So, like, we're here, the level's like here, and we're going, the plot's kind of going, and then immediately it doesn't just like go up, it goes like straight up, right? Within like a minute, Rashad's on the floor, hands behind his back, this cop's on top of him, the convenience store guy is yelling at him, and he doesn't know what's going on. He says like, I didn't do anything, and the lady's trying to say, okay, he didn't do anything, it was an accident. But the convenience store clerk's not listening, the cop's not listening, and the cop starts beating him up, right? It's a terrible, terrible thing. So what is he thinking during the time that is happening? What is going through his mind whenever this cop is on top of him?
For the cop not to kill
All
him.
the pain.
He's in pain, yeah. And then he says, what'd you say, Jasmine?
For the cop not to kill him.
He's like, please, like all he's thinking is, it's the last line, it's super powerful of this chapter. He's like, please don't kill me, right? And if we're paying attention this summer to all the stuff going on, all the civil unrest, all of the protests for racial equality, that was a big thing, right? And this isn't a new thing. This has been going on for years and years and years. Since I was in high school, they were having these protests, right? So this is something, he knows what situation he's in. He is an African-American male. He lives in the city. He knows the climate, right? He knows where this is going or where this has the potential to go, right? So knowing that, his first thought is, please don't kill me. Just really, really sad. But that's how it goes. So for the discussion board says, predict what we think is going to happen. Now, there's no wrong answers because it's a prediction. I mean, there are wrong answers, but I'm not going to count any answers wrong, right? So what are some things we think? Do we think he's going to live? Do we think he's going to die? Is he going to prison? What's going on? What do we think?
I think he may live.
Okay, so we think Rashad's going to live. So I'm going to put live and die, and we'll see. Okay, so we've got one vote for live.
I
What do
say
you
live, but in prison.
Live, but go to prison, so we'll have that. Live, but jail. Okay, so we got to vote for that. What do you think, Jasmine?
I just say live.
Okay, and Michaela?
I'm gonna say live but put in jail.
Live, but put in jail. Excellent. Okay, so we're kind of split, but we think he's going to live. We're pretty confident that he's going to.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's mentioned throughout the story if you've read any ahead, so he does live. So those are good predictions, right? Do we think that the cop is going to get in trouble?
Yes.
No.
Yes?
No.
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 No. Nikayla?
No.
So we have 3 votes for no. I'm not going to spoil that one for you. And we have 1 vote for yes. So what data are we using to make those predictions? Is it stuff in the book or is it stuff we know about the world?
That's
what we know
about the world.
I think the general population. I mean, yeah.
It's stuff we know about the general way the world works, right? This is not set in some like fictional universe. This isn't like that movie. What was that movie that came out this summer? This isn't like Onward where there's like, unicorns and everything flying around. This is our world, and the way our world works, historically, that's how it's been, right? So I'm not going to spoil whether the cop is in trouble or not for you, but we have 3 votes for no, 1 vote for yes. Okay, so that's all really we're going to go over today. Don't forget to do the discussion board and the quiz. If it's okay with y'all, I want to get your permission first. This is being recorded, obviously. Can I post this to YouTube? I'll make it like private just for our people. And in the Canvas, so the people who weren't here can get this information.
That's fine.
Oh, yes, no.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, good. So we're all good with that. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
going to post it on the YouTube and I'll post it. That way, even if you're, doing this later and you want to listen to our discussion to study a little bit more, that would be great. All right, guys, y'all were fantastic. Thank you so much. I will see you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.